Hello, everybody. This is Patrick Lee with the Patrick Lee Group at EXP Realty. We've got a special treat for you today. I'm fixing to do an interview live with a great friend of mine, a new friend, Tom Hale. He's a 27-year veteran of real estate. We're going to bring him on here. Former coach, real estate coach with Tom Ferry. We're going to talk with him a little bit and learn about his journey to EXP Realty. Hello, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Patrick. How are you?
I'm doing well. Last time we spoke, we were in the middle of a blizzard here, and I'm happy to say it's sunny and 55 right now, and all the snow's gone. Can you believe that? That's Texas.
Well, it's raining up here in Portland, so
well, that's pretty normal up there, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty normal. Tom, for those of you that don't know, Tom's one of my newer friends, and we've met through the company. Tom is an agent here at EXP. We call each other Rockstar. It's a term of endearment more than anything else, right? Rockstar Realtor. And but I want people to get to know you just like I know you, Tom, and I want to talk a little bit about your journey to EXP, where you came from and how you got here. Tell me a little bit more about yourself. I do know that you're up in Portland, Oregon. It's a couple hours north of my old stomping grounds down in Bandon. My family is still out there, so a lot of my high school friends moved into the Portland, Oregon area and all around southern Washington, all in that metroplex area.
Beautiful.
Are you there? Yeah, it's beautiful, gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, originally from here, and love it. Been selling for about 27 years now.
27-year veteran of real estate.
Yeah, correct. And then coaching the past 7 years, and now at EXP and helping my team grow.
How about that? So 27 years in real estate. Who did you work for most of those years? Or were you sort of nomadic like a lot of realtors? They sort of go from company to company.
Exactly. I went from company to company, and then I did start my own brokerage. And then I went over to last one was Windermere, and then about a year ago I went over to EXP. And it's funny because I was coaching, believe it or not, 75 people at one time. And these people that I were coaching were hitting me up on EXP, or at least telling me about EXP.
Really?
That was a normal thing. You know what? I'm cool. I don't need to hear anything about a new brokerage. And I was just put up a wall, right? Because I was so busy.
Sure.
And then this friend of mine, another coach, called me and says, Tom, what are you doing? You really know what's going on with the experience? No, tell me. Here, put this video out. That day, within about 6 hours, I signed up. I was like,
really? Really? So you had people that you were coaching to be successful in real estate, and they were telling you, their coach, about this company. And you were resistant. You were totally resistant up front.
I was totally resistant because I was happy and fine with what I was doing, my way of thinking. But this is a paradigm shift.
It really is, truly.
It's a totally different way to look at real estate. I talk to people every day about this right now, and I think a lot of people think that you have to be in that same area to be in the brokerage. But in other words, I talk to somebody in Southern California, and I'm in Portland, Oregon. They say, well, how does that work? You're up in Portland, and I'm down here. So we're mobile. Everything is virtual. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be on my team or your team in EXP.
Absolutely. That is something that just blows the minds of other people. And we've talked about this a little bit in the past. If you are at another brokerage and you wanted to branch out and start another team in another market center or another market area, it's a very, very, very long, drawn out, involved process of how you would have to go about doing that. And at EXP, I could be here. I could be partnering with you in Portland. We have people that want to join me from South Texas or New York or California or Chicago. It doesn't matter. Or a number of, I mean, you can't count all of the countries we're in now on two hands.
UK, Australia.
Yeah, so we're I'm telling my age here, but you know, ZZ Top used to say I'm bad, I'm nationwide, but we're beyond nationwide, right? We're international. EXP, the fastest growing cloud brokerage in the world right now. How long ago did you make the jump over to EXP?
About a year and a half ago.
About a year and a half ago.
Yeah. And the reason why I did that was, you see, I've been in this for so many years, and every 5 years I always say, I'm going to retire.
Yeah.
Okay. So I bought a bunch of rentals, cashed in those rentals, bought a big house. The house has got bigger, cars got nicer. But unless you have $6 million in the bank right now, and you're going to retire off of 4% every year, which is only $15,000-$20,000 per, right?
Right.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. It's not feasible.
I looked at this model. I said, "This is a no-brainer." Okay, so I get into it for the revenue share, and that's my retirement. That's my freedom.
Revenue share? What are you talking about? What is revenue share?
Exactly. You know, other companies up here, Compass and Property Group, GW, of course, all great companies. But the thing is, and they say they have their profit sharing, okay, which is true. But it's nothing like what we do at EXP with revenue sharing.
Right.
With revenue sharing, you have sponsored people under you, and I have people above me in my line. When we sell a house, somebody under me sells a house, I get part of their commission. And it just keeps going up some levels.
Isn't that incredible? So not only do you get to have a better split, so number one, at EXP, we have a better split than most brokerages in America. At any average, and you've worked at all of them, right? The broker split, the best broker splits.
I had my own company.
Most of the owned broker splits are the best is going to be 30, and most of them are 50, right? 50-50.
Right.
So your broker gets half of everything you make, and sometimes they'll give you a place to work or sit down or provide you with a computer or some leads. But most of the time you have to pay extra for that too, right?
Right, exactly.
So you come to EXP and it's only a 20% split.
Right.
You're automatically 10% ahead of the curve just changing brokerages. But revenue share adds a whole new facet.
Right. So check this out. So the brokers that have their own companies, they are the head principal broker or they are the head broker. They have all their team under them, all their buyers. They have to stay local. They have to be in charge of those brokers under them.
Right.
Okay. What happens? Legal matters. Believe me, when you're on brokers, there's people that make mistakes, and you have to go to bat for them, and you know,
never
help clean up.
Yep.
With this model, though, you are your own broker. You have people under you, but they are going to their state broker, not you as a broker.
Oh, isn't that nice?
So whenever they say, "Well, I'm building a team," you really are building a team. Mm-hmm. It's not like my team that I used to have with six buyers agents and sellers agents, and then we did a split with them. And I was in charge of them. They were responsible for me. This is like you could build your team of thousands under you, and it was what they make.
Yes.
So
isn't that nice?
This is a no-brainer for me. Okay,
so
I got
weird
to retire someday. Okay, I used to be big snow skier. I love to play. My girlfriend and I, we kayak all the time. We fish all the time. I love that lifestyle, traveling.
Sure.
and all that.
I was looking, checking out your Facebook page and your social media, and I've decided I'm going to start living vicariously through you. You and Melly's trips are awesome. I love watching all of that.
This came back from Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
So,
hey, we call it building a life by design, right? Not by default. So we got into real estate to have the kind of life we wanted to have.
And some people really enjoy selling homes and talking with people all day, setting appointments and all that. That's cool.
Sure it is.
But me? I like to travel. I like to see and have fun. I would much rather be doing that than selling homes all day.
Absolutely. Stick me in the eye with a fork and just get it over with. As I understand. So how long were you in real estate before you decided to get into coaching? I want to sort of turn the corner here and get into the coaching side of your business.
Oh, yeah. So what was that, about 7-8 years ago? And I was in 19 years before I actually became a coach.
How about that? And were you already coaching with this company before you joined them? Had you hired them to coach you?
Yeah, they hired me to become a coach for them. A great company. Did over 10,000 coaching calls logged. Had a lot of clients I was helping out.
Sure.
And that's when I'm good. Now it's EXP, and I got a really cool team under me.
Man, I love that. That is so exciting. What would you say has been one of the main, like your niche? What is it that's your driving force that really helps you develop people and grow your business?
I got to be real honest here. I change probably on a 6 months to yearly basis with who I am.
Really?
The way I used to coach is so totally different than the way I coach nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at any of my YouTube videos from 10 years ago, I don't even remember myself because I had a totally different mindset. And everybody kind of looks at some person at one point and they say, well, that's who they are. You won't do that with me.
No.
Right now, I have a Wednesday call that I coach or we do a Zoom call. And lately we've been talking about law of attraction, law of love, vision boards, and having a great business like that.
Right.
Okay. Now, I used to do the hardcore, get on the phones, triple line dialer. It's all about the numbers. I still am, but I'm more about law of attraction and really focusing on something like that.
Yeah.
Still do the work.
Still got to do the work, but there's a lot of relationship building involved in that. And that law, you reap what you sow, right? And if you And I have a midweek show and that I teach and coach people as well. And I teach this a lot. The laws of seed time and harvest are irrefutable. And what you sow, you will reap. And if you want to get something back from God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it's a law that you can't refute. And if you sow love, if you get into attraction and sow goodness and relationship into people, that law of reciprocity is irrefutable. It's got to come back to you.
Check this out. So every single morning, this is what I do, and midday and in the evening. Meditate and or pray. If you believe in God.
Oh, yeah.
On what you want. And if you feel it here that it's the right thing to do, then go with it. Okay. If you want to sell 50 homes this year, great. Meditate on that and see and listen to what you have to do in order to attract that. Okay. Level of vibration is perfect with God.
Yep.
Down here, low energy, and that's nothing that we want to be involved with.
No one wants to be involved with low energy.
No, the more you connect with this energy up here, by meditating and getting close to God and the universe, the faster your dreams and your goals come true.
Right.
But you have to feel good about it. You can't just wake up on a Monday and low energy, another Monday, and then your energy's down here, and you say, I'm going to sell 50 homes this year. I hope I can do it. Well, your energy's down here.
Yeah.
You got to get it up here on purpose by great music, going on walks, by runs or whatever.
Yes, you've got to get to the vibration level that's going to move you forward and start bringing that to you. I can't believe how much we agree on a lot of these things together. And so many people teach these things in many different ways. And I listen to a lot of other people online as well. Ed Milet's one of my go-to guys for motivation. And he interviews everyone from John Maxwell, who was a preacher and is now a business coach, to people like Jesse Itzler and Grant Cardone and all these other, Jim Quick, all of these people, and they'll all tell you what your belief system is. We believe God, a creator, the universe.
Exactly.
If you don't get in tune with that, it's going to be really hard for you to move forward and acquire the things you want in life.
It's just like when you go in your car and you turn on the radio. There's already a song playing on your favorite station. You just haven't tuned to it yet.
Right.
Once you tune into it, then you're at that vibration that's already playing.
Now
it's playing, you just don't hear it. So it's the same thing with your goals. If you want to do 50 goals or whatever your goals are, that is already playing. It's already happening. You just have to get in line with it, and then things start to happen. That's what I call little miracles every day. Some people show up every day or every other day. It says, that's in line with what you were doing.
That's right.
And it's confirmation.
I love that, man. Tom, that is so good to hear.
Yeah.
And these are the things that people need to understand. When you come to EXP Realty, the absolute best of the best in the real estate world are coming to EXP. Our CEO was just one of the key speakers at 10X with Grant Cardone last week, with people like Jesse Itzler, who's phenomenal, the owner of NetJets, and his wife that invented Spanx, all of these other people, and everyone who is anyone that's a leader in this space has been a presenter at 10X with Grant Cardone. Everyone talks about Grant.
Can you believe that? I mean, we've got the saying, everybody's going to join EXP. It's just a matter of time.
It's just a matter of when. Yes. Are you going to do it sooner or later? So if you join EXP, you get into it now. They, I got in 3 years ago, a little over 3.5 years ago now. And it was a relatively small, little unheard of company. Everyone in my town said, oh, it'll never last. It's just another MLM. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy from Seattle was talking to me about I was thinking, I'm in Portland, I'm going to get. That's a long ride. I don't know that to me. I mean, I was thinking that one, not the global.
Right. And it's funny, I have friends from high school, like I said, that live up where you are, and they're in Olympia and a lot of those small towns. And I had one lady friend that I graduated with that lived in Bellingham, and a couple of others, and our home office is in Bellingham. EXP's in this little bitty town in Washington, and now we have these national offices in all the states and in all these other countries. We're over 50, fixing to break 50,000 agents. We have stock in the company that a lot of agents don't know about, but there are a few people out there in the world giving EXP a black eye, and we could just talk about that elephant that's in the room. There are so many people that are just promoters, they're marketers, they're just out there looking for the next paycheck and for wanting to grow this big downline simply for the fact that they're a recruiter. They have this whole recruitment model. But man, that's just another facet of a truly remarkable company of business professionals that have come together to change the whole atmosphere of real estate, right? So revenue share program, the recruitment model, is a good part of the model. But if we want to attract the kind of people like you and other people to the company, we all have to be vibrating on that high level. We all have to be sowing goodness and love into to the real estate space to attract the right kind of people. And that's why I love meeting guys like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I hear you.
but there is
when we were talking the other day, I said, it felt like we were almost homemates.
Yeah, man. It was cool.
Seriously, you once in a while you run into those people that just like, oh man, I know you already know
yeah.
for a while. And this is a lot of attraction. Okay, it's already working right now. So.
How about that? Isn't that great?
Yeah.
There's another facet of EXP that I do want to talk about really quick before we get off here. Okay. And that's called stock. Has anyone ever heard about stock?
Oh my God. So the stock price when I got in was I think $11. I think you shared with me like 5 or 6.
Mine was a little under 6, about 577, 575 when I joined.
Yeah, and then a couple months ago it shot up to about 120, 130, and it split.
Yep.
Now it's
back up in the mid 50s.
Okay.
Which would be about $110 a share before the split, which is still phenomenal.
Which is still phenomenal.
It's great.
Right. The homes I've sold and the people that I sponsored, we get actual shares to us for that.
Uh-huh.
I looked at my Morgan Stanley. I forgot the name of it.
In ShareWorks. Yep, your ShareWorks statement.
Yeah. I looked at the value and I was like shocked the other day. And I could not get out with the other brokerages and especially my own. So
yeah, when you owned your own brokerage, you couldn't afford to offer to go public and start offering free shares in your company to your realtors below you, correct?
Correct.
Exactly.
Maybe I could have you explain that a little bit more. I think you're more on this than I am.
When I started, they said that you can buy shares of the stock at a discount out of each one of your closings.
Right.
When you sponsor an agent, you are awarded shares for free for sponsoring someone into the company. When you cap the first time with your brokerage, you get awarded. When you do your first deal at the brokerage, you get a stock award. When your people that you have sponsored cap and do their first deal and then go on and cap at the brokerage, you get awarded stock. And I get notifications all the time. I get an email and it says, check your ShareWorks account. You have been awarded this stock. You need to sign in and approve it. You need to accept your stock. I'm like, wow, I have to go in and accept my stock that they gave me for free. This is amazing. So when I started a little over 3 years ago, we had another company managing all of our stock. And then about a year or so ago, they sent everyone out a letter and said that Morgan Stanley will now be handling our stock purchases and our stock accounts. And I finally started looking at that, but we have the ability to take 5% of every one of our commission checks, and invest that into stock in the company at a discount of the previous 30 days average rate.
That's awesome.
You check here to opt into the program.
Right.
So smart guy checks the box.
Right.
And I start never even see it anyway. It's going to go to movies or popcorn or gas in my truck, right? So a friend of mine, another agent here a few months ago, said, "Hey, did you know that we have those old accounts at that previous stock company are still there?" I said, "No, what are you talking about? They switched over." She goes, "Oh no, the FTC wouldn't let them transfer those. So they're all still sitting there." And then we started a new clean slate with the new company. So go log into the old company. So here I am 3 years down the road. I go log into the old company and I have tens of thousands of dollars of stock sitting in this account, which is now at like $160 a share. I'm like, this doesn't happen to a guy like me. I'm like, I don't care how good you are, how nice you are. Those things don't just happen. So the stock program here is phenomenal. Yeah. That added to the other stock that I buy and the stock awards. I just went out, like you invested in real estate. I just went out and paid cash for another investment house last week. I just cashed in a little bit of stock and paid cash. And those are just things that the average realtor can't do at their current brokerage. So if someone is interested in in seeing the model here, the business model. It's very easy for them to reach out to you in your market. How would they get a hold of you if someone were interested in getting a hold of you? I'm just going to go ahead and put it in here on screen.
Oh, that'd be cool. I can get my phone number.
Yeah.
It's 503-421-2109. Or Facebook me. Maybe you can put my link in here too.
There's Tom's number. This StreamYard program is just awesome. And you're Tom Hale on Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tom Hale on Facebook. You can, let's see, how about Thomas Hale at EXPRealty.com. If they don't feel like calling me, they can reach out and ask some questions on an email. Or message me on Facebook.
We just make it super easy. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And they can
questions with viewers about anything that we've been talking about.
Now, you used to charge people for coaching, right? When you're a professional coach, you were with Tom Ferry, correct?
Yeah,
Tom Ferry's very
Tom and his company.
His company.
Yeah.
Probably one of the leading real estate and business coaching companies in America.
But I do have my own coaching company that I do charge other individuals for right now. But they're not in EXP. So if you partner with me in EXP, I don't charge.
Thomas.Hale at EXPRealty.com. There you go, people. If you're interested in joining Thomas and his market, joining his team, you can get professional coaching for free at EXP Realty. Isn't that awesome? Man, Thomas, I've had such a good time talking with you. We're going to do this again soon. This is going out live, of course, to our Facebook world and to YouTube as well. People can reach out to me you can always get a hold of me at patricklee.work. I have it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You can get an appointment with me through Calendly, through my digital business card, created by Nick Krim and Michael K. at Content Cards. That's Content Cards, CARDZ.com. If you're a realtor, you can get a digital business card as well. Everything you want to know about me is included in that digital business card. Everything I'm into, all of my means of contact, all of my social media at www.patricklee.work. If you're interested in setting up an appointment with me, click on that. If you're interested in getting a hold of Tom and maybe joining his phenomenal group out in Portland, Oregon, or anywhere EXP is, get a hold of Tom. Until next time, this has been Patrick Lee. I'll see you later. You guys, bye-bye. Take it easy, Tom. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.